Alright, and here's the video review for Fansproject's Parallax TFX-05 kit for the Classics Voyager Optimus mold. It's a little confusing because TFX-05 was also the name for, I think, the Target Master for Protector a while back. But this is the TFX-05 Parallax set, TFX-05 for Optimus Prime. And it's designed to work with any version of the Classics Prime mold. You can actually see I've got the Fire Guts, the Ginrai figure from BotCon inside there. I thought I had a red and blue Optimus somewhere, but I couldn't find him, so I used that one instead. You take these parts off. These parts don't go with the kit. And honestly, getting back to the Fire Guts, I kind of like using it because it shows you just how extensive an add-on kit this is to the base figure, because you can see all you can see of the mold underneath, unless you flip it over, is this little orange panel here on each side and a little bit of the red from the legs, but everything else is essentially covered here. You're covered, Kevin. Most of it all just clips on. There are two pieces that you screw on, and we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, it's from the front it looks kind of like a blocky truck. Not necessarily bad. Like, the more I play with it, the more I kind of dig the stylized look of the truck. But it's kind of a big square from the front. From different angles, it looks actually pretty decent. From the side, it looks kind of like a truck you might see on the highway. The hands do sit here on the outside, but they kind of mimic the kind of fuel canisters you'll see on the side of a truck. I guess you could, well, that'll drag. But or they may be exhaust ports, whatever. The little canisters on the sides of trucks you see. But yeah, you can see it's a pretty it's a pretty extensive kit to cover the whole Optimus. Obviously, you've got the leg parts back here, the canopy up here, the side panel covers, the front cover. There's even some wheel extensions that plug in. They just plug right into the wheels that are already there to extend the wheels out to the level of the truck here, which is a neat little I don't want to say bonus, but a neat little. Something that an oversight that was prevented, that could have easily just been an oversight. So it's nice to have those. Transform it, you want to split the legs back here. And when you split the legs, they don't just peg together like Classics Optimus. There's a little tab right here on the back. You can see that little kind of angled piece that actually pegs in from the top. So you want to lift that up a little bit first, and then you can split the legs like this. Two parts pop off these guns. And another thing, these smokestacks, I've seen some pictures where these sit higher on the truck, and that's because they're on a little sliding mechanism. So you can slide them down if you want them to not be as visible. You can slide them up if you want them to be more visible. If you want them to be really visible, you can pull this piece, rotate it around, and clip them on like this, and then they sit up very high. So it's entirely up to you how you want to display those smokestacks. I like to have them kind of down behind the truck, but it's entirely up to you based on that little system there. So yeah, you go ahead and pop these off. And then this outer part of the canopy down into the windshield here pops off. You kind of have to untab it. It tabs into the side of this here and then lift up. It's just a matter of getting it all unpegged from all the places it pegs in up here. There we go. Because you got the pegs on the side. And then it kind of tabs into the front here as well on these panels. There we go. Get one piece. It does split in half. Don't worry, that's not a failure. So pop that off. So you get this off, whether you get it off in one piece, it splits. And then you rotate this around, flip this panel out, flip this out, rotate this up like that. So it's like a little double barrel there. This piece folds flat like that. And then this piece rotates around. And then you flip out the handle back here, and that's a gun for Optimus in robot mode. Same with this one. Rotate this up, flip this panel out, rotate that around, flip that gun out, fold it up, and open it up, and then flip out the handle, and you've got a second gun for the robot mode. Now the figure itself transforms very similar. There's a few little extra bits, but transforms very similar to the standard Optimus. You can bring his legs down here, and then the canopy here splits. This is hinged right here. This clips onto the bumper in the front. So you pull this, open this up like this, and that'll where it pegs into here. So that allows you to pull the arms out and get them down and around here like that. And then the arm panels here, you rotate the fist up, rotate the fist. The big fist covers the little fist, so you want to make sure that goes all the way in. And then this panel folds up underneath to help lock it in place. Well, fold this around first, like you would normally, and then this piece folds up to cover. There we go. This piece right here. And you bring the arm down, rotate it there, and then this panel right here rotates forward onto the front of the shoulder. This piece right here on the shoulder is the only piece you screw in. Everything else clips on. These panels just clip over the existing cab piece. These panels right here plug into the little hole on his forearm and then lock into place with this panel back here. So you rotate that around. This piece right here, you don't have to remove any parts. You just take the screw that's already in the arm out, pull it out, push this piece into the hole, and then put the original screw right back in there. And that's how these shoulder panels attach. Everything else just snaps on. All right, I had a phone call come in there. But so yeah, they go to the other arm, flip this, flip the fist up. Rotate this onto the fist like that. You can see how it fits. Rotate this all the way around here. Actually, it might help to rotate that around first. Flip this down to the fist, and then clip that on like that. And then again, rotate this piece around to the front here. Lift the arms up. Bring this down, rotate the entire assembly around to the back here. Peg back together. Flip up his regular robot knees. This panel right here lifts up, tabs into the front. The wheels flip up like that, and then you flip out the foot right here. Oh, there you go. It's right there. And then fold down the heel in the back on the foot, and same on this side. Flip this up. There we go, unlock the wheel. Fold the wheels up. Fold the heel down, like that. Come up here, flip the foot down in the front. And then you've got the legs transformed. The hands, rotate the panels around to the back here. The hands open up, the thumb rotates up. And then same on this side, rotate the panel around. Flip out the thumb, flip out the fingers. And then on the back here, this panel, this red panel rotates out to the side and then folds down in half. Just like that. Flip the head forward, turn it around, stand them up. And then these, we saw before, you slide these down like that, rotate them out like that, and this little clip right here slides onto these slots here on the back of the arm. Let me lift that up a little bit because it's a lot of focus, or out of frame. And then you just take those clips and you just slide them on like that until they click. Same on this side. Oh, you can pull those ends off too. Fold them around like that, and then clip that in like that, and then they can. There's a hinge right here that allows them to fold around to his shoulders. And again, just like in the vehicle mode, you can leave them way up high like that. On the sliding joint. You can slide them down here to fit, to sit a little lower on his shoulders. Put that back in. So if you want them to sit them down like that, and they do rotate. Oh, pop that off. Nope, didn't get them locked in on the. There we go. They do rotate forward if you want, just like that. I wonder, actually, if these come off. I wonder if we can plug these onto the front of the gun. Nah, maybe. I thought maybe you could take these off and make them as part of the gun. But no. So you can essentially have these however you want on the robot. And then the guns, actually this one, I'll just slid down a little bit. It actually uses the peg in the hole in the hand, as well as in the original figure's hand, as well as the big hand. He does have big hands here in robot mode, because they have to go over, the way the transformation works, they kind of have to go over the existing fists. So they're a little big, but if you take these guns and you have him hold his rifles, it kind of hides those giant hands. And there he is, all combined. And you can see with this, you can see exactly what it adds to the base robot mode. Again, that's one of the things I like about using the Fire Guts mold here, because you can see, you know, the legs are still exposed. If you have a regular colored convoy, they're going to match the legs. So you can see a little bit of the inner robot, and I kind of like this because he is technically Fire Guts now. But it covers up, it really adds a lot to the base Optimus Prime mold. It's a little different looking for an Optimus. Like I said, the big hands are really the only drawback to me in this mode. But again, with the guns in his hand, you don't really even see him. The head sculpt is phenomenal, and I'll zoom in on that in just a second. But it really covers up most of the base figure. And it's not what we generally think of as a giant Power Master Optimus or anything like that, but it's a very decent, just kind of powered up Optimus. It's different from what we've seen before, but the more I mess with it, the more I'm really kind of digging the design of this guy. And that head sculpt, let's get into that right here. See if we can focus on that, maybe make it a little brighter. It's just a really nice looking Prime head sculpt. He's got the little kind of Gatling guns on the side of his head. But just a really neat powered up Prime head on this. And like I said, I'm using the Fire Guts mold because that's what I could find. And like I said, I do like how it shows off exactly which part the add-on kits are. But I've actually I'm going to have to dig out or find a red and blue Classics Optimus Prime to put this on, because I think it's a neat looking little kit. The fact that it all stays on, with the exception of the guns, it all stays on. I guess the shoulder exhaust ports, but that's pipes, exhaust pipes. But if you rotate them forward, they could be guns. But yeah, just the two guns and the shoulder pipes pop off as you transform it. But everything else, it all clips on, with the exception of the shoulders, which screw on. But everything stays on. It's fully transformable with the kit, and I think that's a really neat thing. Anything else I want to say? He doesn't lose any articulation because of this. Maybe a little bit where these bump up against the pipes on his shoulder, the smokestacks. But again, you can raise those up if you want, and then you can have these folded up against the arms the way they normally would be. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Like and there's this waist piece here that just clips on as well. But like I said, everything clips on. It's very easy to install. The transformation is fun. Sorry, it's already been a pretty hectic morning, so I'm just trying to collect my thoughts here. But I like the shoulder cannons up here behind his head. Just some neat stuff going on here. Size comparisons, that's what I was forgetting. I knew there was something I wanted to do that I was forgetting. So I couldn't find, like I said, I didn't find my other Optimus, and I couldn't find my City Commander. But I do have, here he is with the Protector add-on kit for Rodimus, just to give you an idea of how much bigger that is. And here he is with the Voyager Combiner Wars Optimus Prime, side by side. So yeah, it's another neat little upgrade kit for Optimus Prime from Fansproject. I like it. Like I said, I wasn't sure about it. I saw it at conventions, but hadn't actually transformed it, and actually getting to mess with it. It's actually a pretty well designed kit. I feel like any limitations about the kit itself are really more because of the base mold underneath than anything wrong with the kit. It's solid. It feels just as good as like City Commander or some of those. Kind of a return to roots for Fansproject, I guess. But yeah, I dig it.